field just outside of D.C. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Stop your whining.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. His first carry of the game. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Geis trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Now Haskins on 1st down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Haskins will throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 18 Gators. Here we go. Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Let's go.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But in this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with a bigger guy. Touchdown, Detroit! A big play there. 56 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 3 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Just shot. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, wide open, complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 21-0 our score after 1.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get up. Field and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. "51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That one goes for 24 yards. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets it away. It's a high hanger. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there. Got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now it's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll find Hall. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Break.
56, Mike, 56. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Let's go.
A toss play. Here's Pirine. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins is going to go for a big play. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. This is caught. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Haskins to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, Don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Underneath for Johnson. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Haskins to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Slings this deep from McClellan. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into the Troy territory. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes, and this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Here's Pirine. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready. 8-3.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. He will push his way down to about the 14. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Trey Flowers. And the Lions will take over. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll run it here with Pirine. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Hard throw, incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now, Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, a 22. Looking to throw, Haskins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
56 is the mic. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid. Now.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hollow.